Welcome back into Tapped Out here on the BetQL network with Brendan Tobin. I am the sports machine, Sean Levine. And now let's welcome on old friend of the show. He is Marlon Chito Vera taking on Pedro Munhoz Saturday night, UFC 292. The fight's in Boston, man. And it was funny because I heard you try to say it again. Boston what? Say the name. And the only reason I'm giving you crap real quick is because
Massachusetts. See?
that was pretty good.
Oh, it took me a couple reps, but yeah.
Don't feel bad, dude. That's the word that knocked me out in the 6th grade spelling bee.
Yeah.
That wasn't even close. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Let me try it again. I think it's Massachutts. But anyway, I didn't bring you on for this. I brought you on to talk a little bit of fighting. Last time out, dude, you didn't look like yourself against Corey Sandhagen, and I saw you were kind of holding yourself hard against that. Did you change anything in this fight camp because of that?
I mean, there's no many two things you can really change. I mean, everybody have a day off in the office, and the only problem with fighting is like you fight every 3 or 4 months, so you know it's hard to vindicate yourself right away, right? Because in basketball or soccer, you have a bad game, it's a fucking game. I mean, you have a bad day in a fight, it's a little more fucked up. But I'm the type of guy that I go hard on myself. I suffer. I hate to lose, and fuck, the only way I can solve that problem and that sickness inside of losing is just getting a win, and that's what I'm planning on do this weekend. Going with the best attitude. I had a great camp, and I'm ready to go.
What type of a fight do you expect on Saturday night versus Pedro Munhoz? Because you're obviously a real credentialed guy when it comes to jiu-jitsu, a black belt, but you can also kick people's heads right off their neck.
I mean, if you ask me what I'm expecting a great fight, an easy night. I mean, that's what we all wish, right? The less time in there, get out quick. But that's just one side of what I would like to have. But I like to prepare for the worst. I like to think fucking shitty and dark and just be like, this is gonna be hard. And if it's easier, cool. But if not, I'm ready to dig deep and fucking go to hell.
Obviously, you've got your history with Sean O'Malley. Before we get into all that stuff, do you like being attached to him? You beat him, so that's obviously you got a leg up. But do you like every single time that somebody like me brings you on, we end up talking about him too?
I mean, I really don't care. I feel I have no attachment to nobody. I got nothing to prove, but just proving myself better. And yeah, I mean, he's the one that really promotes me. I mean, best way. This is the best way to kill somebody besides shooting them in the face with a gun. You just gotta don't talk about them. When people stop talking about you, you're a dead person. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you think about UFC one, if no one talks about how he's crazy, I'm not talking down on him, but it's over, right? Like it's gone, right? Like
Yeah.
people talk about PHP, Anderson Silva, people talk about Don Fry, he goes crazy online with the fucking macho man. I love
Yeah.
that. But like when people stop talking about you, you're dead. I never talk about Miley. I'm not the guy that I'm like, okay, I got a couple million followers. I want to be attached to it. I don't give a fuck about the guy. I mean, to me, he's a dork. But a lot of people is a dork to me. Uh, you know, and when people ask me, I'm cool answering. I'm like, it doesn't bother me. I did my job by stopping him. He can claim whatever happened on his leg, but I still elbow him in the face. I mean, that got nothing to do with a hurt leg or a damage or my toe being so powerful. So I'm just cool with it. He's the one promoting me all the time. He talks about me more than I ever talk about him.
So let me throw this shit out there while we're having this conversation, because he said that if you win, he wants to fight you in December. And obviously that's a big money fight. So you'd be crazy not to take it. What about this though? What about this? What if he was to lose? What if you win and then they give you a choice? They come to you and they say, hey, Chito, you can either fight for the belt or you can fight against Sean O'Malley again. I know we're just having fun here, but then what do you do?
I mean, if if that happened, I win, he lose, and they offer me the belt or him, it's a no-brainer. I'm taking for $10 the title fight because that's for my legacy. That's for the future for my family. But if they go like, look, dude, we have this amount of cash, and you can fight him, and it's an amount of cash that I can invest that money and get couple properties and just be rich by Monday. I say, you know what? That belt is cute, but I'm gonna make some investments. Every man has a price, right? So if I can be set for the rest of my life and just fight for fun, just imagine that. Not fighting is all about pressure. I mean, we all go through this pressure. It's scary, it's hard, but I mean, if your life is set, I'm just fighting for fun. I mean, I'm into that too. I like adrenaline. I can get in a fist fight just for the fuck of it. And I mean, everything come down on what the offer is at, but like the really answer will be like, I'm taking the belt because what's better than being a world champion in the history books, being the first Ecuadorian world champion, bring that belt back home and just let the youth know that you can do it through hard work and everything is possible and you can achieve things. And I mean, that would be the best I can do really in this life, and just putting out there like everybody can do it.
Chatting it up with Marlon Chito Vera here, tapped out on the BetQL network. I know that it probably is pretty obvious that you want O'Malley to win this fight because then in theory you could just fight him and for the belt next. But in your heart of hearts, who do you think wins against Aljo on Saturday night? You think Aljo O'Malley ends up winning?
I mean, it's just hard to think realistically. O'Malley has the level to do it all. I mean, he's a one punch guy. I mean, and you can compare the guy to McGregor. Like McGregor grapple really good. Like McGregor defend takedowns. I mean, McGregor career wasn't that easy. I mean, Diego Brandao still was a fucking monster. I mean, they were smart fights, yes, but Poiter is still a tough guy, a good guy. But
Max
I mean, McConnor did fought some tough guys out there. I mean,
Holloway, yeah.
The Dennis Siver fight was the only one I was like, nah, fuck, you fought Dennis Siver after you beat all these guys. That was the only shitty guy he fought. But besides that, he did fought great guys. I mean, O'Malley didn't. O'Malley fought debuts against guys that never won fights in the UFC. He fought guys that make a UFC debut, kick his guys, then the guys lose again the next fight. Like he fought Eddie One, and his level of competition was really shitty. And then when he faced a real man like me, he went to sleep. I mean, say what you want, but the facts are there. So it's hard to say like, yeah, Omar is gonna do a one punch KO. He can't do that. I mean, he have that, but realistically, it's gonna be hard to believe that. And if he does, great. I mean, I guess we all win.
Dude, you're a historian when it comes to the UFC. Like some of these guys just kind of got here. It feels like this has been your thing for, I don't know, you tell me how long. You're talking about Don Fry, you're talking about this guy fought that guy, and then he fought this guy. Like, I thought that I was an expert. You know everything about this.
I mean, I can sit down and debate with. I mean, I feel like I'm the Ecuadorian Joe Rogan. I mean, I'm a commentator for Spanish. My goal is to be a commentator for English because that's where the bread is gonna be made. And I just watch fighting. I'm a fight fan. I like to do the commentary thing. I've been watching fights my whole life, and since I was a little kid, I watched from the first fight of the night till main event. And in back in the day in Ecuador, there's not fighting in TV. You either watch the prelims in Facebook, or you gotta go to the dark web,
Right.
download the whole card, and I will watch it Sunday morning. And back then, you don't know who won or who lose. There's not Twitter or Instagram like today. So like I would watch live most UFC events through that. Like I remember downloading like fucking Diego Sanchez versus like what's the political man in Brazil? Sunday morning downloading those fights, the Abu Dhabi fights. I mean, I've been watching this forever. That's why I'm that cool and collected in the pocket because I have so many hours of tape in my head.
Unbelievable. If I ever get into a UFC trivia thing at a bar, I might call you to be my partner. Chito Vera joining us here on Tapped Out. The only thing that I really want to know at this point, since we've gotten over a lot of stuff, is how bad did that tattoo on your head hurt, dude? Like, I'm looking at you all over the place. You're all linked up. You got some cool shit. That tattoo on your head, that big ass panther, that's crazy, dude.
I in the moment I was regretting every second. The pain was it's just I don't even want to do that. I was supposed to do the top of my head and I canceled the appointment like an hour before. I was like, dude, fuck it. And then Barry Craig is my homie. He get mad and I was like, bro, I'm sorry. Like I put some excuses, but I was just thinking on the pain. I was like, fuck, I can't do it. And I'm not the guy that I don't like to use the pain cream, the cream for pain.
Yeah.
I don't use that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it. And dude, yeah, it's probably one of the worst experiences I ever had. It looks cool as fuck, but I
Bro, how
hate.
you gonna grow out your hair then? How you gonna get that tattoo and then grow out your hair?
I gotta shave my head sometime, but I haven't shaved my head since
Look
April.
at that. Look
I
at
got-
that.
yeah, my hair grows quick. I'm a healthy guy.
Can I borrow some of that, dog?
Yeah, you
Just a
need some
just
there.
just a little
But
bit, dude.
I'm. If one day I go bald, I can shave also. Like I like how I look shaved, so I can shave every week.
Oh man, always have fun chatting up with you, my guy. Chito Vera joining us here on Tapped Out, fighting Pedro Munhoz, UFC 292 on Saturday night. Good luck, my guy. We're rooting for you.
Bro, appreciate you.